Dear brothers and sisters in Christ, today being Friday of the 5th week in Ordinary Time, the Church invites us to reflect upon the Gospel according to St. Mark, Mark chapter 7, verses 31 to 37. Of all Jesus' healing events, this is the most colorful, creative, and fascinating episode. And why do I say so? Pay attention to the gestures and actions that Jesus makes throughout the whole Gospel account. He took him aside privately. He touched his ears and his mouth. He looked up to heaven and he uttered the word. All of Jesus' actions are deliberate. He makes these actions to persuade and convince the people of that area, which was predominantly Gentile. Hence, there are few verses in today's account that resonate within me. The first one is verse 33. Taking him aside from the crowd. Think about it. The man is deaf. He cannot hear, nor can he speak. But Jesus finds a way to communicate with him. He removes him from the crowd. And I'm convinced that we can also be healed of our infirmities, of our weaknesses, of our shortcomings, if only we could allow the Spirit of Jesus to take us away from the crowd. People lose themselves in the crowd. They forget their sense of identity. Just look at yourself. Ever since you met those guys during the festive season, you are drinking too much. You're always high. You are never around for your kids and wife. You have lost yourself in the crowd. That's why Jesus takes this man away from the crowd. The world that we live in is noisy, loud, disturbing, and of course, overwhelming. Therefore, if we are to lead a healthy spiritual life, we are to allow the Spirit of Jesus to take us away from the crowd. And then there is verse 34. And looking up to heaven, he sighed and said to him, Ephphatha, that is, be opened. Looking up to heaven is a symbol which shows that the healing, the help comes from the Lord. And the sigh from the side of Jesus is a symbol of human brokenness and one that the man could be able to observe. The next thing that Jesus does is more impressive. He speaks in a foreign language. He speaks in Aramaic, Ephphatha, be opened. And to this man, his world goes from silence to sound, from isolation, self-pity, loneliness, to companionship, connectedness, and habitation. I cannot but imagine the feeling. I am pretty sure this was the best day that this man has ever had in his life. Therefore, dear friends, this is exactly what happens when we encounter Christ. He breaks the chains and releases us from our infirmities. Therefore, I urge you, take time to step away from the crowd and listen to God's whisper. Allow Jesus to touch your life and say, Ephphatha, be opened. Don't blend in. Stand out. Embrace your individuality and shine. Like the deaf man in a world of sameness, dare to be different. May the Lord be praised now and forever.